if you were to take your best guess on what happens with Haniger, do you have a feel for whether an extension is even in play at this point if you're Seattle? Because if I'm Jerry Dipoto right now, I'll just flat out tell you, I'm waiting as long as I possibly can before I give Mitch Haniger a dollar I don't have to give him. And it's not because I don't like the person. It's not because I don't like the player. It's because it literally could turn out to be, I don't want to say a waste of money, but not the best use of resources.
You just don't have to.
Right. You might end up with Jared Kelnick, Kyle Lewis, Julio Rodriguez, and whoever you might bring in this year, whether it's Suzuki or Conforto or somebody else, with other guys coming up through the system, Trammell, Zach DeLoach, guys like that. Who knows? Maybe Noelvi Marte ends up in the outfield as well. Yeah, you just may not have to. So, like, I don't know. Are you even talking to Mitch right now if you're Jerry Dipoto about extent? If his agent comes to you, are you even willing to have that conversation? I mean, other than just to be nice?
Yeah. So this, for me personally, has so many prongs to it that I think it's I think you did a great job of explaining how muddled this has to be for Jerry. I would start first and foremost with the pro scouting department and picking their brains in terms of, hey, is this guy going to be able to play outfield for us in 2024? I need to know if this, I like the unique, like, plyometric workouts that he's not pumping bench press. He's trying to stay flexible and agile, which I appreciate. But I want to know, is this guy going to be playing outfield in 2024? Because if Mitch Haniger is not an outfielder in 2024, I'm out. Point blank period. Now it comes to the point where you're like, okay, if you think he can play a below average right field in 2024, is Mitch Haniger in a position right now where he would be willing to discuss a 2-year extension? Because I'm not going beyond 2 years with Mitch Haniger, not with the way that this organization is set up. And I don't think that's really fair because he's, 31 years old for 2022, but I'm not extending him past his age 30, 33 season with the trajectory of his body and his career. I think the interesting part of this is Mitch Haniger has been hit by a truck over the last 3 years, and he's already missed out on one sizable contract extension that the team offered him back in 2017. So if Jerry goes to Mitch and says, hey, we'd like to extend you through 2024, tack on 2 more years after this year, we'll give you, $12 million, $11 million a year. What do you think? Like, do you do a 2-year, $23 million extension with Mitch Haniger to keep him here through 2024? My gut says Mitch doesn't accept that because he probably thinks he's a better athlete than he actually is at this point. But I do think there's value in at least trying to extend him through 2024. I just don't know if it makes sense for both parties because there's so much noise involved.
Yeah. I'd be really surprised if Mitch Haniger accepted anything under 3 additional years.
I agree.
At anything under basically the qualifying offer on AAV, which means basically 3 and 60 if you're Seattle. There's absolutely no chance I do that. Absolutely no chance. I'm not sure how tradable Mitch Haniger is going to be in 2 years. I think that's my biggest thing. That there's risk to actually signing him because he could get significantly worse over the next 2 years defensively. And he already has the injury history. Yeah, he already has the injury history too, which could keep him out of games, which obviously kicks his value right in the you-know-whats.